Firearms are a good protection against threats and various dangers, but what happens when such deadly weapons fall into the wrong hands of depraved and mentally unstable people?
6 people, including 3 children, are dead following a mass shooting at an elementary school in Nashville, Tennessee. The tragedy ended when police shot and killed the suspected shooter, 28-year-old Audrey Hale.
In the following video, we will see some of the most cold-blooded and reckless killers who end their lives in shootings against the police or behind bars.
Disclaimer.
First, let's examine a horrific, violent incident that claimed innocent lives at an elementary school. This incident involves Audrey Hale, a mass murder suspect in Tennessee.
It's been hard, but it's also been an amazing experience when it comes to developing my creative talents and growing as an artist.
According to accounts, 28-year-old Hale shot and killed 6 individuals at the Nashville Covenant School on March 27, 2023. Hale, a former student, was captured on terrifying CCTV footage breaking into the school. She then started shooting anything in sight as she clears the rooms. Hale goes from room to room methodically, looking around every corner. In the end, she proceeds to the hallway in search of further victims. The school flooded the authorities with 911 calls.
Are you in a safe spot right now?
I think so.
Okay, we're getting a lot of help started, okay? We've had 2 other callers saying this as well. So what, are you hearing gunshots now? Are you guys locking the school down?
I don't know, it sounds like.
All right, we've got help on the way, but are you hearing shots now?
No. Yes, I hear another shot.
You did?
I'm hearing more shots.
Okay.
We're upstairs by the art room hallway.
You're upstairs by what hallway?
In the art room.
Art room.
Just please hurry, I'm hearing you.
They're coming.
Additionally, shortly before the shooting, Hale's buddy got unsettling text messages and she called 911.
I've been on hold for so long. I received a very, very weird message from a friend on Instagram. I think it's like a thing. I called this hotline and they told me to call the sheriff's department. The sheriff's department told me to call you guys. So I'm just trying to see. I just don't want it on my conscience if somebody can go check on her.
As police arrived on the scene, scared kids fled across the street from the shootings. The cops shot Audrey Hale, killing her.
6 people, including 3 children, are dead following a mass shooting at an elementary school in Nashville, Tennessee. The tragedy ended when police shot and killed the suspected shooter, 28-year-old Audrey Hale.
The public has not yet seen a leaked manifesto that contains horrifying information about Hale's attack preparations and motivation. However, what happens if a young person commits mass murder, like in the instance of Michigan mass shooting suspect Ethan Crumbley? Reports state that a 15-year-old student at Oxford High School in Michigan fired a gun, killing 4 students and wounding 7 more. Crumbley documented his ideas and preparations for the shooting 1 day before the incident.
And I would walk behind someone and I would shoot a bullet in their skull. I'm going to open fire on everyone in that hallway. The hallways are too jam-packed. I will try and hit as many people as I can, and I will find people hiding. I'm going to teach them a lesson.
Crumbley used a 9mm Sig Sauer SP-2022 that belonged to his father, who had reported the gun missing to 911.
I have a missing gun, and my son was at the school, and then someone told me that there was an active shooter, and then I raced home just to find out. And I think my son took the gun.
Within minutes, first responders were at the site.
Car is responding on an Assista County medical emergency, Oxford High School. The scene is not secure. Possible multiple injuries. Requesting you safe.
Shortly after the shooting, Crumbley was taken into custody. The terrifying notebook and text messages he sent before the judge featured a list of the items he needed for the shooting. His intentions for the shooting were meticulously outlined.
If I had my pistol on me, then I would have not hesitated to blow both of their brains out. I would just hope their parents will feel with sadness and distraught. When I shoot up the school, I hope that every parent of kids I gratefully murder will be so sad that they kill themselves.
Even before the shooting, he searched for prison terms on Google.
He Google searched, what is the worst prison sentence you can get in Michigan? He wrote, What is a life sentence for a 15-year-old?
Additionally, he wrote about his wish to kill a girl who lives nearby.
She lives a 5-minute walk away from me. I made this plan to break in the BR bedroom at night and kidnap her with an industrial-sized garbage bag. I would then take her to my basement where I would torture and until I slit her throat alive.
Bursting while imprisonment, he was screaming, "Oh God, why didn't you stop it?" and "I'm sorry."
You don't stop it. Why didn't you stop it? Why didn't you stop it? Why didn't you stop it? I know you stop it. Please stop it. Please stop it.
Crumbley was diagnosed as mentally ill by mental health professionals after experiencing a psychotic episode.
So, we witness a child in the throes of psychosis.
A senior at Oxford High School claimed that Crumbley was frequently teased and harassed.
He's been picked on and stuff like this, so when a kid has been picked on and stuff, people's bullying him, you're gonna get this. You're gonna get this reaction.
James and Jennifer Crumbley, Crumbley's parents, were taken into custody on charges of involuntary manslaughter because they neglected to secure the firearm and disregarded their son's behavioral warning signals.
The police just swarmed in. We saw heavily armed police officers, SWAT team members all over the east side of Detroit looking for them.
The identical firearm that would be used in the school shooting was seen being practiced at a nearby shooting range by Crumbley and his mother, according to CCTV evidence. Family members offered moving victim impact statements at the sentencing hearing.
You were running away from your son and your responsibilities. I was forced to do the worst possible thing a parent could do. I was forced to say goodbye to my medicine.
The blood of our children is on your hands too.
Crumbley expressed regret to the victims' relatives and expressed regret for the suffering he caused them.
We are all here because of me today, of what I did. My actions were because of what I chose to do. I could not stop myself, but I am the one who led to why we are here today. I do not diminish any ability to anyone who could have stopped me, of anyone of a school or parents. They did not know, and I did not tell them what I planned to do, so they are not at fault of what I've done. I am a really bad person. I have done terrible things that no one should ever do.
Ethan Crumbley received a sentence of 24 years extra time, in addition to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Sentence of the court is that defendant shall serve life without the possibility of parole.
What happens if several individuals are murdered out of racial prejudice, like in the instance of Patrick Crusius, an El Paso mass murder suspect? Self-described white nationalist Patrick Wood Crusius published a manifesto online in which he expressed his disdain for Hispanic immigration, as well as his support for eco-fascism and the doctrine of white genocide. According to accounts, on August 3, 2019, 24-year-old Crusius opened fire at a Walmart along the U.S.-Mexico border, where Hispanic customers frequently shopped, killing 23 and wounding 22.
Busting guns in Walmart right now. AK, somebody's got shot.
While some were fortunate enough to escape unharmed, others were not as fortunate. Police quickly showed up and cleared the scene. Shortly after the incident, Crusius surrendered to the authorities without putting up a fight.
When you turned and took off, how quickly after that did you hear gunfire?
Approximately 4 seconds after, and hit the guy next to me.
How close was the man next to you?
Within arm's length.
Did he survive?
The first shot, yes, but not the second shot.
A victim's family member sobbed as she spoke following the sentence hearing.
You sit there and you think, man, if you didn't do what you did, I'd have my child,
Crusius entered a guilty plea to every allegation. He received 90 consecutive life sentences without the chance of parole. How does it compare, say, to shooting up your former place of employment, as in the case of Kentucky mass shooting suspect Connor Sturgeon. Sturgeon, a former employee, reportedly shot and killed 5 individuals at the Old National Bank in Louisville on April 10, 2023. Sturgeon walked to his corner office first, getting ready for the shooting. He then proceeded to the meeting room where the majority of his victims were taking part in a video conference. After that, he proceeded to the conference room before making his way to the bank's front, where he waited for authorities to come in. A woman hiding in the closet made a 911 call.
I'm in the closet with one person. Yep, I hear gunshots.
When Sturgeon's mother found out about her son's plans from his roommate, she phoned the police.
Where is your emergency? Yes, my son might be. He apparently has a gun and he's heading toward the Old National. I don't know. I'm getting this information from his roommate. He apparently left a note.
2 police officers can be seen responding to the situation in body cam footage.
From the east side, not pressing anything.
Unexpectedly, Sturgeon started shooting after positioning himself for an ambush. While the second cop was rushing to find cover, one of them was shot. Not long after, cops fatally shot 25-year-old Connor Sturgeon. Witnesses reported the mass shooting while still obviously shocked.
We heard a click, and the lady next to me turned around and said, "What the hell?" And then he just started shooting. I didn't see his face. Whoever's next to me got shot and hit bloods on me from it.
Sturgeon noted in his notebook that in order to have an influence, he intended to alter the easy access to firearms. He mostly targeted white people in higher social classes. If you want to see more questionable cops and insane arrests, click the next video on screen.